disturbed shit I've probably seen in the comic book.
I remember my favorite thing about Marvel Zombies was all the famous covers, all zombified, like one with Green Goblin capturing him with his mask off.
Yeah.
And the wedding and all that, it was all just zombified.
I like the one where he was like Spider-Man No More, and they took that cover, and instead of him throwing the costume in the garbage can, he threw his skin into the garbage can.
Yeah.
He ripped his skin off. He was like, I'm no longer human. And he put his skin in the garbage can. You see his face just flopping out trash can. I was like, this is so sick. Like, I'm not normally squeamish. Like, that's my friend Kurt. He doesn't like when bones work in movies. So like, we was watching Saw 3, and he was like cringing at the guy who was like getting all messed up in that little machine.
Yeah.
And my friend Carell, he can't stand blood, so he's always like about to throw up anytime he watch something scary. And then, I'm just always sitting up there like, man, y'all are pussies. I read that book. I literally didn't want to go to sleep. Because I was like, how could they take Spider-Man, like one of my most beloved characters, and then just turn him into that? That freaked me out. I was like, oh my God. I just couldn't get that out of my head. I was so freaked out. So that's Marvel Zombies, and that was my experience with Marvel Zombies. And I probably won't be reading Marvel Zombies until I man up one day.
Yeah, I read the one where he ate Aunt May and Mary Jane, and I'm like, what is this?
Exactly.
Like, what does he do this? And I'm like, yeah, I'm done. I don't know what's going on.
The only Marvel Zombie I enjoyed was not in the Marvel Zombies book. It was in Deadpool Work with a Mouth. When they went to the zombie universe, that was pretty fun. And then in the Ultimate Fantastic Four, that's it. Other than that, Marvel Zombies, it seems like a good book, but it's just so... Like, I've read some graphic stuff, man. I read manga, I read Gantz, all that stuff, and it's just graphic. But that, for some reason, just taking a childhood character and just turning them into that just freaked me out. So, I don't know. Marvel Zombies is kind of just ridiculous. So I ain't really read much of it, but I still have it on my computer for one day. If I I'll steal myself and read it. So,
yeah,
I don't know.
I'll probably have to check that out.
Like, it seems like a bunch of interesting stuff happening, but like the whole, like, Magneto is the only survivor, and he has like his little group that he's trying to protect, and he's trying to save the world and all that stuff. Like, it's interesting and stuff, but it's so goddamn graphic and stuff. Like, if you're into that kind of stuff, you ain't got no problem with it. That's cool. Is everybody still here?
Yeah.
It got super quiet. But we can get it was a lot of fucked up stuff, and that was only Spider-Man. Everybody else went on to do their own crap, and I didn't even read that.
Have you ever seen the 1989 Batman? With Jack Nicholson?
Yeah, with Jack Nicholson as the Joker, and was it the Joker, or was it anybody else?
Yeah, it was just the Joker.
Okay.
I love that movie. I've seen it like 500 times. I watched a review of it that pointed some stuff out, and I can't like that movie as much as I used to. Like, alright, how did Joker get, like, henchmen up on top of the tower? Like, okay, they crash randomly. He grabs the girl and runs up to the top of the tower. There's like 20 henchmen riding up there. Were they just like on a smoke break up in this convenient tower? In case Batman runs up any of these buildings, I want 20 henchmen in each building. And then, I'm pretty sure Batman, spoiler alert, I'm pretty sure Batman killed him at the end. Just, he shoots his foot and wraps the gargoyle around it and kicks it off the building, making him fall to his death.
That's what people were saying, that Batman wasn't afraid to kill people in the earlier comic book. That's a more modern take on Batman. I don't know, but that's what people were saying. And they was like, in the first movie, he killed a bunch of people because they said that he exploded a building or something.
Yeah, he blew up well, if you notice in Batman Begins, he lights the building of ninjas on fire. Someone had to have died in that fire, I swear.
He's like, they ninjas, they can get out.
Yeah, like, oh, I'll be fine, just walks away. I mean, there was a dude in there that they asked him to execute that was all tied up and everything. I'm pretty sure the ninjas wouldn't stop to save him.
Probably not.
So, did he die, or?
Who knows? They always cut off on that, and you just leave, you just left to speculate.
I do love the end of... Spoiler alert, I do love the end of Batman Begins. That's probably my favorite ending to a movie. When he, like, the whole thing with Ra's al Ghul, where he's like, he says the line that Bruce's dad says before he dies. And he's like, "Don't be afraid." And then like he just like at the end, it really shows how Batman's like a questionable character. He's not like Superman, where everything he does is right.
Yeah.
He knows if he saves Ra's al Ghul, he's just gonna come back and do what he did again. So he says like, "I'm not gonna save," or he's like, "I'm not gonna kill you, but I'm not gonna save you." And he jumps off and lets him die. Everyone's like, "Oh, was that right?" That's the cool thing. You don't know.
Exactly.
I love that.
Alright. I guess Vocal came back. I don't know. He asking Toxin. He's asking, what about Punisher Warzone? I personally haven't seen it. I was trying to see it, but I wasn't able to. I seen the first Punisher, and I know Warzone is like totally different from it. So I don't really know nothing about this. I can't think of any more superhero things. Don't worry about it. Apparently we are so good at talking about random topics. We'll keep going forever.
Yeah.
Oh, I was wondering, Phil, are you back or something?
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, let me see. I'm trying to see, because we started off with the whole Spider-Man thing and kind of just went on to random topics. Pretty
yeah,
much.
I just realized it's already 1 a.m. It's like 1:30.
1:32 right now.
We've been talking since like 5 o'clock.
I look at the Skype. It says we have been on the call for 7 hours and 26 minutes.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That is awesome.
You came in late in the game. We've been talking about comic stuff all day.
Yeah, we like
exactly.
I was practicing fighting outside. I come in and I'm like, "Hey, you want to test out the scope thing before we do the video?" He's like, "Oh, sure." I thought we were gonna like straight up do the video. We just kind of got lost in conversation for like 3 hours.
Because at first I was trying to make everything work, and then it didn't work out. So I was like, okay, I got to do some stuff. We were just talking randomly about different things, get prepared for the show, like a little before show. And we were just talking about different shit. It was pretty fun. And then we started up the show, and that's been going on for a while.
The funny thing is, we were supposed to talk about Ultimate Spider-Man, and we talked about all of our opinions before the show.
Yeah, because we was like, all right, we're going to do this later. What is it about? Ultimate Spider-Man? And I was like, hey, what you think about it? And we just started talking about it.
Yeah,
and I was like,
we did our entire opinion, and then I'm like, yeah, what are we going to talk about?
Exactly.
So we just did it again, and I just, bless you.
Exactly.
And I just did like the exact same thing I said before.
Pretty much just gave. Okay, he was like, who's your favorite Marvel villain? And he said it's 1132 over there. Oh, man. Favorite Marvel villain? I don't know.
I really can't say anyone but Venom, since it's really the only one I'm...
Green Goblin.
I like Ultimate Green Goblin. And... What? I never really thought about that. Who's the real villain that does a lot of stuff in the Marvel universe?
The reason why I like Green Goblin is because of the death of Gwen Stacy story. I swear to God, if someone says I spoiled that.
No!
Gwen Stacy died.
Did she die like, I don't know, 30
30
years ago?
That was in like the 70s.
Exactly. This guy says his favorite is Carnage.
Oh, I love Carnage. Cletus Cassidy.
Yeah. And mine is Carnage too. That's what Voco said. I like Carnage too. I remember the old Spider-Man game on 64. Where you have to fight Venom and Carnage, and then at the end there's Monster Doc Ock. That was pretty cool. I enjoyed that.
I'd have to say either Carnage or Green Goblin.
I just like Green Goblin, the ultimate one, because I thought it was pretty cool that they made him like a real goblin instead of just a guy in a suit.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. Green Goblin was never a big deal until he found out Peter's secret identity.
Yeah, pretty much.
Because he was like, he kidnapped him. There's a cover where he like ropes him and takes him to like his hideout. He takes him there. He's like, "Oh, I'm gonna kill your family." He's like, "I'm gonna skin your aunt alive." He's like, "Then I'm gonna find your girlfriend, drop her off a bridge." Dude.
Exactly.
I think in the 70s, you don't really expect them to write stuff like this.
Yeah, like, no, we're going all out, man. Venom a murderer. I mean, not Venom.
Like, Stan Lee's going like, "Oh, holy moly, that building's on fire." I'm gonna find your aunt, skin her alive, drop your girlfriend off a bridge.
Exactly.
Like, dude.
Exactly. But I feel like that's like the trademark Spider-Man villain. And since Spider-Man was one of my favorite characters, I have to say that Green Goblin is probably my favorite.
Yeah.
Even though I think, I'm trying to I think the best rogues gallery in comic books is probably Batman's.
Oh
because
yeah.
all of them have some kind of tie to them. But I think Spider-Man would be a close next.
They're all like really diverse too.
Yeah.
Like I like how not all of them work together. Unlike, Superman's. I'm like, oh, hey, you hate Superman too? Let's all work together.
Pretty much.
Except for Bizarro, because Bizarro's just me. I'm Superman. Yeah. Me can't form complete sentences.
Me am not important, so me am ain't in the movie. Oh man.
Going back to the topic of Ultimate Spider-Man, I've been wondering, how does Miles Morales get his power?
That's what I've been wondering.
Yet.
All we can do now is just speculate because they kind of just
they haven't revealed that.
Nope.
You see him fight, and then he says you see him take his mask off, and that's it.
Yep, he fights the kangaroo, which is like the lamest Spider-Man villain that I kind of forgot about. I don't even know what his power is. Is the jump really hard, or is it that he got super strength legs or feet?
Yeah, I don't know. You know what I always thought? It was him. When I saw the Shocker and Ultimate Shocker, I'm like, dude, he's a joke.
Yeah.
And then that one issue, you know the one I'm talking about, where Shocker.
Oh yeah. I know.
I love that.
That was a great issue.
One of my favorite issues. I felt so bad for making fun of the Shocker. I was feeling bad for making fun of a comic book character. That's sad.
Yeah, but going back to the original question, in Ultimate Comics Fallout, they pretty much just show Miles. He kind of comes out in the Spider-Man costume like knee pads for some reason.
Yeah.
And all we really know is that he has powers. I don't even know if he has spider powers. He just has powers like he didn't. Well, he climbed over a wall, I think. Because he didn't shoot.
He his web.
Yeah, he didn't shoot webs. But then again, he's not Peter, so he couldn't make it.
Yeah.
So he might not have organic webs. He might just deal with the spider powers with just super strength and agility and stuff. But all Marvel has said is that there's a tie between him and Peter, and me and Lost Gamers are pretty much just speculating because he's black and half Latino, and like the only black character in the Ultimate universe is like
Ben Reilly.
Yeah, it's Ben Reilly and then Nick Fury, and that's it. I know he ain't got nothing to do with Nick Fury.
Yeah, if he has something to do with Nick Fury, it's gonna be.
Yeah,
that would ruin.
That would ruin that last damn Nick Fury speech though. He was like, I wanted the group to be the best, but I made a clone, so screw him.
I made a clone and put my DNA and then some other Hispanic gentleman that I ran into.
He's like, that guy looks pretty strong. I'm gonna put him in.
He's a stand-up guy.
Let's just throw him in the mix.
So he was born with 3 dads. Nice.
So all we've been doing is speculating. There's Ben Reilly, who in the regular universe he was Scarlet Spider.
Yeah,
but in Ultimate Universe, clone
Peter.
And so that would make sense that they would try to tie him into the story a little bit. But so far, I would say it might be his son because in Ultimate Universe he found out that Peter was Spider-Man and uses DNA.
And he inadvertently creates Carnage.
Yeah. So, maybe he has something to do with it. Maybe he's been, doctifying all over the place. Because I don't think he went to jail. Yes, that is the technical term. He's been doctifying.
Yeah, I was just wondering.
I looked that up today in the dictionary, and I was like, I need to use this. This is my word of the day. I just need to throw that up in there. But
that's awesome.
But, no, he was a scientist working with the Lizard, pretty much. Even though the Lizard didn't really come into play in Ultimate Universe. But he was working with him, and I feel like if they're going to tie it in anyway, rather than just him being some random kid that got powers, that would probably be the way to go. But all we can say now is we got to wait for the Ultimate Comic Spider-Man #1 when they reboot everything.
Yeah, it comes out September 14th.
Yeah,
I remember that because I have it marked down.
Man, I'm so mad I gotta wait.
I know.
The worst superhero movie that I saw was Man-Thing.
I don't even know what that is.
That's what I was just about to say.
Giant-sized Man-Thing.
I don't know.